Okay, part one of a single stack valve for a reseal. Okay, this valve came in, they said it was leaking. Okay, check, this has a D10 in it. So you want to make sure that you either mark this how it goes, because it's upside down. We want to give it to the customer back exactly the way that it came in. So you want to make sure, in case you have to set this thing aside or in a box, or you're waiting on a seal kit, you take it apart, you want to make sure it goes back exactly how they got it, because there's nothing worse than taking this back and then the mechanic goes to put it on and it's wrong, and then you're getting cussed out. Okay, so whatever you have to do to mark it, you get a bunch of these coming, sometimes you forget. Okay, so one thing you can do is take your phone out and pop a picture just for references. You can do this with all the components. Okay, so we're going to take this handle off. First thing here, get it out of the way. It's got some little circlips. You don't want to lose those. Okay, pop these pins out. That way you can get that out of your way. Set that over here. Okay, now we'll get it back where it's supposed to be. You can see it's just a single stack. This is a Parker valve, and it's probably just leaking. These things leak after a while, so we're going to take this apart, this section's apart here. Sections. Okay. You can see there's rust in there. We'll clean that up. Basically what you have in here, let's take a look at this, is some seals, and they're pretty brittle. These are like O-rings that they've been smashed in there, and I can tell they're really brittle. I don't know if that's from heat or what. See, that one's broken. Okay, so these things have, either this thing's running super hot or it's been on there a long time, but they're shot. So that could be why it's leaking. So get all those out. So we can replace that. Okay, now let's check this relief valve just to make sure. Sometimes that could be a problem. We're going to pull that out and look at it. Take your inspection light, check in there. Sometimes these have little ball bearings, but this one's a little different. This is a cartridge type relief valve, and we'll replace this seal on there, this O-ring. Okay, it looks okay, but we just want to check that anyways. And then we're going to clean this up. We'll use some Scotch Brite clean these up, and then it'll go into the wash tank. Let's see here. We'll just take a little bit of a Scotch Brite, clean the surface off. All this out, and then what I'll do is after I get it totally apart, it'll go in the hot tank for a while to clean up, and we'll get the seals and we'll come back. But let's go on to the main part, the valve spool here. Get that apart. I'm going to come over here, put you up to the vise so I can put it in the vise. Okay, one thing to note here, just the way this is, okay, we'll leave this on here so you remember, this thing's like universal, looks like you can put it over here too. So we just want to do it, so we're going to put this on here. You can see you get like 2 of these. This pushes the seal in there. Knock the spool out the back. Now it should go real smooth. Make sure there's no scarring on it. There's your spool. And basically you can see all it seals that spool. Here's a little backup, the Teflon backup, and one little O-ring. That's it. And there's one in the front, which we'll pull out and show you here. Okay, that's all it is. O-ring, actually that's a quad ring. Okay, and then a little Teflon backup. That's the only thing, that's why these things leak. So we'll go get the seal kit for this. And the other thing is, check down the spool. I can tell this one's okay. You want to make sure there's no scarring. It's pretty smooth. So the next thing is I'm going to put it in the washer, and then I'll come back and show you the assembly. And then we'll do a test on it also. So it'll probably be 3 parts. Stand by.